Hey makeup geeks, I have a photo shoot makeup for you guys because I posted on Instagram. I've been redoing my headshots. Nicola's been taking those for me because we needed them for some stuff for Makeup Geek. And so a lot of you guys on Instagram were saying, oh, I like your makeup here. Can you show us how to do that? So I thought, okay, let me do the makeup that I wore in my headshots. But also I wanted to give you guys some tips today just in general on what to do if you're having a photo shoot. So let's start first with the makeup, and then at the end I'll give you some tips also on what to wear. So to start off our photo shoot makeup, I'm going to hide these eye bags right here. Scary. To do that, you want to pick an orange-based concealer, something that's peachy to orangey to warm up under the eyes, because generally when you have eye bags, it's kind of a bluish tint. You don't want that to come across on camera. So I'm taking the Eve Pearl Concealer in Tan. You want it to be just a little bit darker than your skin tone, and I'll do a separate video on this because I know a lot of you guys are like, wait, you don't do it like most makeup artists, but I swear this works. You're going to take this in a ring finger, just spread it out. Kind of not a thick layer, but you definitely want to hide that blue color under the eyes. And then we'll go over it. I know I look kind of like a raccoon now, but then we're going to go over it with our foundation. Okay. Foundation for photo shoots is going to be a little bit heavier than it would be for every day. So when you see it on camera, it's going to be pretty full coverage. And I like to choose something that's a matte finish. If you get something that has a shine to it, looks great in everyday life, but on camera it can create some hot spots and it just makes you look kind of oily. So you want to choose a matte formula. One of my favorites is the Estee Lauder Double Wear. This is my go-to foundation. I also like the Revlon Color Stay. Both of those are very matte finish, but they are full coverage and heavy, so you need to blend it quick, kind of spread it out so it doesn't get too thick and cakey. I'm just going to take a little bit of that and put it all over my face. Little dots like this. And again, I'm going to put, a fair amount on because I want it to be kind of full coverage. Take a beauty blender, wet it, and so it puffs up a little bit and it's really nice and soft and squishy. Do you guys like my beat up beauty blender? It has like chunks missing to it. It looks like a mouse got to it, but it's just well used. You're going to take this and pat this all over the face. Starting at the center, you want most of your coverage to be here and have it thin out as it goes to the edge of your face so you don't have that harsh line around your jawline. So once you get your foundation on, one quick tip too I forgot to mention for you guys, you want to blend your foundation down your neck so you don't have that harsh line. So what I do is apply a foundation here, kind of blend it almost all the way down to my neck so it fades down. You can tell right now my chest is just a little bit darker than my face. That's okay if you were to go one extreme or the other. It's better to go lighter on your face because you can always go in with some contouring and that will naturally darken up your face. Enough blabbing on that. Okay. Powder. My favorite powder that I use is the Cover FX one. It's amazing. I use it because I have really sensitive skin. I break out easily. And this doesn't have any talc or parabens or any of that bad stuff in it. Another one, if you're want a drugstore brand that's really good, is the Maybelline Dream Matte Powder. This works really well too. So either one of those is great, but definitely you need to powder up when you're doing a photo shoot. You don't want that light to reflect off your face and make you look oily or greasy. So it's better to go a little bit more matte for photo shoots. Real life, not as much. Okay, take a thin sponge. We're just going to start here under the eyes. And you want your powder to be in the center of your face. Don't go around out to the edges because that's when it can start to cake up. And we don't get oily around the edges of our face. We get it just around our nose, forehead, chin. So that's where you want to put powder. So just pat that on. Okay, now that I have powder on, I'm going to start to contour. As you can tell, my face is just a little bit lighter than the rest of me because I'm going to start adding a little bit of bronzer. Generally, when you have a full face of foundation, it's very full coverage, very heavy. It can make you look all one shade, and that doesn't look as natural, so you had to add some like darker contouring back in there. I'm going to take the Guerlain bronzer and a round dome brush like this. You guys can use any powder as long as it's a few shades darker than your natural skin tone. Take some of that. I'm going to contour under my cheeks. So right under here, just to make my cheekbones pop. And I'm also going to come along the sides of my temple up in here. This is just to thin out my face a little bit, and then we're going to blend this out. We're also going to put just a little bit here under the chin. This is perfect if you have a little fluff under the chin. You want to look a little thinner. Just put a little contouring powder. We're going to run a bit along the jawline too to kind of chisel it. So on camera it looks very defined. and chiseled. Okay, now we're gonna add the blush. Now when it comes to photography for blush and the eye makeup, actually, you have to go a little bit overboard. So when you guys see this right now on video camera, it is gonna look a little bit brighter. But when you go out to have your pictures taken, it washes out about 30 to 40% of your color. So you have to keep that in mind, go a little bit overboard. Again, in person, it's gonna be a little bit dramatic, but on camera, I promise it's gonna look a lot better because it'll be washed out. Okay. Take that same round brush. I'm going to use the Kat Von D blushes, which I absolutely love right now. They're really smooth. They don't have any talc in them. I'm really liking these. This is the color Truth, which is a nice pink color, nice medium pink. I'm going to apply this just on the apples of my cheeks right in here for some color. So apply that and kind of buff it out doing circle motions. Now to add a little bit of dewiness to the cheeks, because you want very specific places where it looks dewy, and on top of the cheekbones, under the brow bone is about the only places I like shine. Everywhere else I like to keep it very matte so I don't look oily, but you still want to look real. You don't want to look, you know, all flat finish. So I'm going to use a cream blush. This is the Stila Convertible color in the color Lilium. Take a couple clean fingers. We're going to smile and just pat this on top of the blush just to kind of give a dewy effect. Especially since everything else, we have powder, we have full foundation, it's kind of a matte finish, so we're adding shine just where we want it. Alright, now I'm going to fill in the eyebrows. I'm going to use my favorite eye pencil right now is the Rimmel London one in the color Hazel. As you can tell, do you see how teeny tiny this is? Do you think I've used this a lot? All I'm going to do is just fill in short strokes just to kind of make my brows a little bit thicker. I have a little bald spot right here, so I'm going to kind of fill that in. And then you want most of your color to be out here on the outer part of your eye. A little bit lighter here, darker at your arch. Now that the brows are done, we can prime the eyes and get ready for the eye makeup. I'm going to use my old reliable MAC Painterly Paint Pot. I like using this for photo shoots because it kind of works as a concealer and primer in one. So what I do is just take a ring finger and apply this all over the lid and blend it up to the brow for a nice even base. Now for the eyes, what I like to do for photo shoots, and this is optional for you guys, my eyes tend to look a little bit closer together because my cheekbones kind of stand out a little bit more prominent. So in photos, I like to do, bring my eye makeup out a little bit, almost like a cat eye shape. In order to do that, you need some Scotch tape. Yes, I know you guys love my tape dispenser. Ooh la la. You're going to take a couple pieces of tape, but I know I've done this in a couple other videos, so nothing new there. Okay, so take a couple pieces of tape, put it on the back of your hand a bit so it's not too sticky. I'm going to put this on the outer edge of my eye, so pretend that the lower lash line is just continuing out. That's where I'm going to put my tape, just as a guideline. So just like that, do the same thing with the other eye. Don't I look really sexy right now with this tape? Okay, now that you have that done, you're going to take your favorite shadows. I like to use purples because I have the hazel brown eyes. If you have green eyes, use a plum color. If you have blue eyes, use brown, but put gold on the lid. That's the best colors for those eye shapes. Okay, take a small dome brush like this. This is the Makeup Geek Outer V brush. I'm going in with the color Drama Queen. So these are my shadows. I have Drama Queen. I think this is Purple Rain. No, Fairy Tale, I'm sorry. Drama Queen, Fairy Tale, and Unexpected. You want a dark, medium, and light shade for blending purposes. I'm going to start with the dark purple, so Drama Queen. We're going to run this right along the tape, staying under the crease. Wipe off that brush, so you see how I have the color start out here. Now I'm going to go in with Fairy Tale, the medium purple color. This is a matte finish. We're going to put this right alongside the purple and start blending it inwards. So I'm going to come here right in the crease and pretty much smoking this out. Now to blend out the crease more, I'm going to go in with the color Unexpected. This is kind of a nudie purple color. It's kind of hard to explain. It's a very unique color. This is one of my favorite blending ones. I'm going to put this right here in the crease, just for a soft touch of purple. We're also going to blend it above that dark purple we put on the outer part of the eye. So just run this right here in the crease. Now for the lid, I'm going to go in with a pigment. I love using pigments for photo shoots just because it has a little bit of shine and shimmer and it's just very pigmented. The one I'm going to use is Birthday Wish. Let me show you guys that color. Sorry, these are kind of messy. This is the color. It's kind of a goldy pink color. It's really pretty and it's neutral, but it still has a pop to it. I'm going to take a flat stiff brush. There we go. My MAC 239 brush. I'm going to dip it into the lid and pick up some of that pigment. Squish it into the brush, tap off the excess because you don't want to get any fallout, especially since we spent so much time doing our face. You don't want to mess it up. Take some of that, and we're just going to pat this all over the lid. Okay, now we can peel off the tape. Dun, 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 dun. I think it's a little sticky. I probably should have unsticked it a little bit more. We're going to have to touch up our concealer just a bit, but let me show you guys what it looks like. The big reveal with the sharp edge to that. Doesn't that look kind of cool? So on camera it makes my eyes look a little bit longer. It kind of changes the shape of them. If you guys want, you could put a little bit of shadow under here, but I'm also going to put some liner on the top. So let me grab that real quick and then I'll show you what to do to finish up the eyes. Okay, I found my liquid liner. I'm going to use the Revlon Color Stay one. And all I'm going to do is just put this on the outer half of the lash line. So I'm going to start right here. Right, halfway, jeez. Start it here. It's funny how I do lip products and I can talk okay, but when I'm doing eyeliner, I'm like, okay, I can't talk, let me just focus. So all I'm going to do is run this right along the upper lash line, and I'm going to wing it up just a little bit so it keeps my eyes lifted. I don't want my eyes to look heavy and droopy in photos. I want them to be up and high. So that's why I'm bringing the eyeliner up just a little bit, but I'm not doing a winged liner. I'm just kind of making it thicker out here. Now if you want a little bit of shadow under the lower lash line, it's totally up to you guys. If you have smaller eyes, I would say skip this step. Just put your shadow on the top part. I want a little bit of darkness under here just to define my lower lash line. So I'm going to take any eyeliner pencil. The one I'm using is the L'Oreal Hip one. They're really nice. They're very creamy. I'm just going to smudge this along the lash line, the lower lash line. Stop about halfway, so I don't want too much darkness in here. And then we'll smudge that on top with some shadow. Now you can take your chisel shader brush and that dark purple shadow, I'm taking Drama Queen, and all I'm going to do is smudge over that liner just to soften it and smoke it out a bit. If you want your eyes to pop a little bit more, you can take that same chisel shader brush and that same pigment, the Birthday Wish, and you can put a little bit under the lower lash line in the inner corner, and it just kind of brightens your eyes a little bit. Makes them look more awake and open, because we all know I didn't get much sleep last night. I need all the help I can get. Now all you have to do is apply your mascara. It's up to you guys if you want to put false lashes on. I'm not a huge fan on them on me personally, but if you feel like your lashes are short or a little bit thin, I would apply some false lashes. Ardell has the best one, so I would use the Ardell lashes. You can get them at Rite Aid, CVS, any drugstore. So the mascara I'm using is my go-to favorite. It's the L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black. Best mascara ever. I've been using it for years. So I'm just going to apply a good 2 coats of that. So now that the eyes and face and all that stuff is done, for the lips for photo shoots, I do like to have a little bit of gloss, but not too much. So I'm going to use the NYX Extreme Lip Cream. This is the color, wait for it, Candyland. Let me show you guys what it looks like on the back of my hand. Really pretty. One tip for lips, you want to not go too light, not too dark. So don't do berries, fuchsias, unless you're going to go easy on the eye makeup but still do a thick liner. But for me, I like to keep it medium pink, so that's why I'm using this color. I'm going to apply just a layer of that. And again, on video camera, I know this whole look is looking a little dramatic, but I promise you guys, when you go to, there we go. When you go to do your pictures, especially if it's really bright out, you're using a lot of lights, or the photographer uses a flash, it's going to wash about 30% of this. So keep that in mind as you do your makeup. Okay, really quick, I'm going to get some outfits for you guys so I can show you some tips on what I like to wear for my photos. Okay, so let me give you guys some outfit suggestions for headshots. Now, the ones that I'm doing are kind of more professional ones, so that's why I do a lot of blazers with my headshots, but you guys don't have to. You can do some nice colorful blouses. The key for me is to wear something bright. Obviously, I'm not wearing something bright right now, but the more color, the better. If you tend to wear black or white, it can look a little bit drab in photos, so either pick something that has a pattern to it, it's textured, or pick something that has a color. White and black for me, I just kind of tend to avoid. But also what I like to do, so let me show you guys these blazers first. Hold on. It's a lot of blazers. Okay. The one I did for my headshots, and I'll show you guys pictures at the end, was I got from Target. And they have them in different colors. So I have a textured camisole underneath. I always like to do a textured camisole. Something with, you know, either a little bling on it, some pattern, just for some variety in there so it doesn't look flat and kind of boring and plain. So this one is Rock & Republic, and I got it from Kohl's, really inexpensive. And then this jacket, this bright yellow one, I got from Target, and I love how bright it is. Normally in person I'd be like, whew, that is bright. But on camera it looks really nice. It pops, especially since I have the darker features. So that's an option. And then that same jacket too, it comes in teal, which is really pretty. And you can buy these online at Target, and they're only like $24, and it's cool because it has a little zipper, so it adds a fun little detail to that. I love those jackets. If you do a neutral color, black and white, you can go something with a pattern. I know this isn't something I wear every single day, but I got this one. This is a BCBG jacket. I got it on sale, but I got it because it has lots of pattern, and it has the shoulder pads in there. For me, I'm kind of bottom heavy, so I need something with like more fullness up top, and it also, for my headshots, it makes me not look like a bobblehead, you know, with this, you know, big head and little shoulders. So with the substantial shoulders, it kind of looks better on camera. Just another little tip. Personal preference for me, so that's an option too. And then the other one I have is this one is from BB, and it's a bright pink. I'm going to do this for my next headshots. And then you guys see the kind of textured camisole underneath. This is from Art & B, and it's just a plain white camisole, but you see how it has like texture on there, so it adds a little bit of variety, so it's not just flat white. And then one last camisole. I just bought this one the other day. I'm going to wear this in a headshot too. I got this from Express. It's really cute, and it's plain white, but you see how it has all this pattern, so it's a little bit of interest. So that's what I do, hold on, for camera, just because I like to have that blazers. If you're doing more casual photos, you can get just a blouse or something. This is one that I really like to wear. This is just a Michael Kors shirt, but you can get any sort of shirt that you want. Just, again, try to get something with color, especially a color that you know looks great on you. It'll look much better in photo shoots. So, whew, that is my tips for makeup and clothing for photo shoots. So I hope that helps you guys out there. Click on the link below. I'll have all the products listed, on that great stuff, and some tips for you guys, bullet points, so that way you can read it and be like, okay, I want to do this if I have a photo shoot coming up. So hope you guys are staying happy and healthy, and thanks again for your support and for watching my videos. I do appreciate it. So I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.